Hey y'all, Rick, Fearless, Fearless, Joker's Dallas, Joker's Ice House, Punctuality Garage, Fearless Services. Good morning. How you doing, all right? Today is Thursday, November the 6th, 2025, year of our Lord, season number 3, episode number 310. In today's show, we are going to talk about my first Harley. The weather in Dallas, Texas today is sunny and 82 degrees. It's probably 50 something out there now. Let's go. In my life, the 365 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas in the powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com. REDITOO.com. Check them out for concrete and masonry working tools. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, you should wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, you should wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StokersDallasMerch.com. Spire, S-P-I-R-E, ConstructionInc.com. They are a full-scale residential general contractor. Anything from your roof to your floor, your heating, your air conditioning. You want to put new windows in, what you got? SpireConstructionInc.com. Tell them I sent you. Maverick Harley Davidson, Longhorn Harley Davidson, the official Harley Davidson dealers for Strokers Dallas and Strokers Ice House. Check those fine folks out. But right now, shut off that news. Let's me and you take a stroll down memory lane. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 1976. In 1976, I was not yet 20 years old. I was 19. My brother had gone off in the U.S. Army, and I went to work for Roach Paint Company, downtown Dallas. At 19 years old. Also in downtown Dallas was Brown's Cycle. And Brown's Cycle is still around. They're over in Fair Park area. But Brown's Cycle was owned back then by Jesse Brown. And Jesse had a store downtown, and one day on lunch, me and David Eccles and Robert Mobley decided to go to Brown's and look around. Went in there, looked around. They had this cool Sportster in there. It was a 74 XLCH 1000, right side shift. Robert Mobley wound up buying it, which was unusual because, you know, I was kind of the motorcycle guy of that group. But Robert Mobley bought that bike. He rode it to work for a week or two. Then you didn't see him on it for a long time. Word is his wife was pissed. So he would come to work after a few months and say, hey, why don't you buy that Sportster from me? And I'd say, no, I don't got the money to buy it. That's why I didn't buy it when it was at Brown's. Why did you buy it? And he said, oh, I wanted to ride it, but I don't have any buddies to ride with, and my wife is unhappy. I said, no. So a month or two later, he has a party at his house. So all the boys from work went to the party. His wife made a lot of food, a lot of sandwiches. It was pretty cool. That Sportster, what I didn't know was he lived in an apartment. So that Sportster was underneath the stairs in the apartment complex. You know, the breezeways, and they got the stairs. It's underneath the stairs, chained up. And I saw it, and it was so sad. So sad. He tried to talk me into buying it then, and I wouldn't do it. So then another month or so goes by. He rides it to work, and he says, my wife's coming to pick me up. And I said, what about your bike? And he said, will you ride my bike for a few days? And I said, oh, no, I see what you're doing. You want me to ride it, so I'll buy it. He said, no. She's picking me up. We got to go somewhere. Will you just, leave me. I want to leave the bike with you, and I know you got a garage. I said, okay. I'll ride it for a few days, but I am not buying it. I got on that Harley to go home. I was beaming. I pulled out there on McKinney Avenue, pulled up to the first red light. A black guy pulls up in a Corvette convertible. He's looking at me and nodding his head. He's got the music playing. He said, I'll trade you. I said, what's that? He said, I'll trade you this Corvette for that Harley. And I looked at him, and I was never so proud, and I said, no, sir, I just bought it. Bought that Harley from Robert Mobley, the very first Harley. Okay, let's check that chuck. Check that. Woo, look at you. You got those toxic green chucks on that you love so much with that boot-style bottom. I don't know what they're called with that bottom. I'm trying to find them on the Converse website. They got a boot bottom, but it's got a heel to it. Find me these and tell me what they're called. See what the bottom looks like? That's the ones I want. One eye down, double knotted for safety. These are, you know it, y'all. Say it with me. These are some handsome chucks. Okay. What was Grandma Goldie? No, I don't still have that Harley. I wished I did. It was a 1974 XLCH 1000 Harley, electric start and kickstart, and right side shift. What was Grandma Goldie doing 76 years ago today, November 6, 1949, was a Sunday. Grandma wrote, Dick went hunting. We went to Sunday school. Paul and Gladys also. Jess and Golda, another Golda, came this evening. It's a real pretty day and warm. It is here too, Grandma. Dad joke, I don't have a solution, but I admire the problem. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. Bad things can happen to good people. Don't let it get you down. That is very true. Bad things can happen to good people. When it does, you got to tighten that belt a little bit. You got to take your boot strings and shoestrings and tighten them a little bit tighter, and then get out there and do what you do best. Solve that problem. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it, because Rick Fairless is telling you you can do it, but you got to want to do it bad enough. That's the thing. What do you want to do? How bad do you want to do it? And then make it happen. Midget wrestling tonight. I will spend the night up here tonight because the midgets and the wrestling goes on late. It's a blast. I'd love to see you out here. I'll be here all night hanging out. It's Thursday. It's always a good night. Nice and warm. It's going to be a great day for some midget wrestling. All right, listen, I got to go. I got Thursday things to do. But remember, there ain't no place like this place. So long for now. Love you, Alice. Bye, y'all.